Identity was partly heritage, partly upbringing, but mostly the choices that you make in your lives. Good evening, everyone. My name is Diyana Rathi, and I'm here to share my perspective on Unfixed, the identity that evolves with every new step forward. I want to begin with a simple idea. Who we are isn't something that we discover once. It's something that we create over time. Growing up, I used to think that identity was much more like a label, like something very permanent. But identity is much more alive than that. It's like a clay that shifts, stretches, and reshapes itself as the changes that happen in our lives around us. And sometimes the biggest changes that actually happen in the identities are due to the moment that we actually ever planned would actually happen. A year ago, I experienced one of the biggest changes in my life. I moved from India to Canada. New people, new country, new weather, new everything. It was as if someone had picked up my world, shaken it, and actually put it into a place which was totally different. Those questions don't have simple answers, but thinking about them actually taught me something very important. That identity isn't lost with change. It actually grows with it. In India, I was surrounded with total familiarity. The culture, the food, the language, the festivals, and the feeling of actually being understood without being able to explain myself. I was anchored with my routines, my memories, and the sense of belongingness. And these are still part of me. They are my foundation, and they are my roots. But Canada brought something else, something that I didn't expect at all. The new experience that I had here actually reshaped me. And I discovered myself by starting over and introducing myself again and again. And also finding my own place into the world that didn't automatically feel like mine. At first, I thought that I had to choose between the two versions of myself. The one which was which actually formed in India, and the one which was being formed in Canada. Eventually, I realized I didn't have to choose at all, because identity isn't about choosing, it's about connecting and combining your roots and to the places that you're actually going, which is the route. I mean, think about it. How would we grow if life never changed? What if every day looked the same? Would you be able to challenge yourself? Would you be able to actually find out what you're capable of doing? In my experience, change is uncomfortable, but as you grow, you can learn many new things. So it actually teaches you many new things. For example, resilience. You get to know how to get up on your knees after being knocked down. It teaches you flexibility, how to adapt, how to adjust, and keep going forward. And it teaches you how to actually trust yourself. So to believe that even in unfamiliar places, you can go up and actually find your own paths. So it's like one of the best teachers. Sometimes it teaches us something very powerful, like that we are more stronger than we actually believe ourselves to be. I've heard people say, "You've changed a lot." And for a long time, I used to think that it was something to be ashamed of. But I felt like, but it isn't like an insult. It's like evidence that you are evolving, that you are not stuck, and you are becoming a person that is much more understanding and much more deep. Our identities aren't fixed. They're like stories that we create into new experiences, new decisions, and new risks that we take in our lives. We are not one version of ourselves. We are hundreds of these, each one which is shaped by different changes that come in our lives. Don't fear change. Do not pressure yourself by asking yourself that, figuring out who you actually are. Because there isn't one answer to that question. And do not hold on to the older versions of yourself just because they feel safe. Instead, give yourself the permission to grow more and let your identity change according to the new experience that you get. And be proud of the parts that actually were formed because of your roots, and be excited for the parts of yourself that are going to be made and created because of the future you hold ahead. Because in the end, identity isn't about staying the same. It's about becoming again and again. Thank you very much and have a good night.